So here I am on day 2, night 2. My partner is still in the hospital from blood clots in her lungs. So it looks like I'm going to be crashing in the chair in the hospital room again tonight. I was able to get the stuff taken to storage today. I picked up my son and he came to the hospital and hung out with his mom. I met with Steve this morning. So check this out. I told him about the YouTube channel and how I'm going to document every day living in the van and getting home for our kids. And he's like, "Oh, that sounds great. Now we got a story to tell alongside Personos and Thrive, Hope Club." So stay tuned for more. So today was a pretty mellow day, kind of busy. Had to work on my notes today, which if anyone who knows and has to do DAP notes knows that they suck. But I got them done. Was able to get some food for my partner, talk to the doctors. They're going to keep her here till tomorrow. Maybe she can go home tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what it's going to look like for her. I don't think living in the van is going to be conducive for her healing. So I talked to one of our friends today. They said that she could recover at their house. So hopefully she will agree to that. She's stubborn. Sometimes she wants it her way and she doesn't want to impose on people. And I feel like at times she puts other people before herself in unhealthy ways, but that's my opinion and that's my perspective. And she knows this, so I hope she takes the offer because she needs to heal. She's in a lot of pain. I don't know if how they're gonna manage her pain if she leaves the hospital, because unless she's on the pain meds and doped up, and then she's in extreme pain, unmanageable pain. They started out with oxycodone. Well, first they gave her Tylenol. First she refused all medications, right? Of course. Then she took some Tylenol. That didn't work. And then they talked her into taking a 5 milligram oxycodone along with Tylenol. And that helped a little bit. She was able to get some rest. And that was last night. This morning they started her off with a 10 milligram oxycodone with the Tylenol, and this evening they gave her Dilaudid. So that's that. She's asleep and not in pain, I hope. And I hope that this will give her a chance to heal. So I talked to Steve this morning and he was talking about how we should create a story to go alongside with promoting and branding Personas, Thrive, Hope Club. I'll get more clarification on that, but I told him what I'm doing, living in the van and creating a YouTube channel and telling my story. And he said, "Oh my goodness, this morning I was meditating and in my meditation I thought we need a story to go along with Hope Club as we create it and brand it." And I told him my story and what I'm up to, and he was like, "Oh my God, here we go. Synchronicity is abundant." Now you guys have to understand that in this universe that we live in, we both agree about synchronicities, both Steve and I, and since I met him, they are abundant. I think he's an angel, honestly. Where he shows up, things happen, amazing blessings happen. So yeah. So he supported me. I used Personos. I'll put a screenshot of that. I'll put a screenshot of my Personos in this. I asked Personos, I told Personos what I was up to, moving into the van, and Persona suggested that I reach out to my support group and let them know what I'm up to. And so I did. I told Shane, I told Steve, I told Nico. Who else did I tell? Of course, I told Crystal. She knows what we're up to. I told the kids. So, who else? I told some other people, but everybody I've told is supportive, right? Here's one thing. I had a paradigm change, and Personas helped me with that. I had grown up, right? And the narrative that I grew up with was, do not tell anybody about your problems. Nobody outside the home should know what's going on in the home. And so I existed like that, right? I didn't tell nobody about my problems. I never shared about where I was at with anyone. And when I talked to Personas today and asked them about some action steps, and Personas is like, share with your support group what you're going through. And I realized, oh my goodness, this is a healthy thing, right? So I did it, I shared, and look at the relief. I'm getting relief. I'm actually having relief because I'm not carrying around the thoughts and everything that I'm worried about and scared of. And just the intimidating factor of moving into my van, I feel like those around me who know me for longer than the last 3 years of my recovery have seen the chaos that ensues when I use, right? So I told my mom, told my kids, I will share with other people so they don't feel like I'm in crisis or distress. I am not in crisis. I am not in distress. I am not suicidal. I am not depressed. I am doing this because I believe I will come out the other end. Like in Shawshank Redemption, he says, man crawled through a mile of shit and came out the other end clean. That's me, right? I'm going through all this so I can come out the other end a whole new man, strong at the foundation, with direction and magnitude. That's a vector, by the way. So this is my goal. 6 weeks is my challenge. So let's get at it, right? I want to thank everyone who supports me and Crystal in our adventures, and everyone who is supporting me emotionally and mentally as I go on through this challenge. I feel super blessed right now to have all the support that I have. I have never felt this way in my life. I have never had positive support. I've never had folks behind me cheering me on like this. And honestly, it feels great. At first, it was intimidating. At first, I didn't understand very well. But now I accept it fully. So, I want to give a shout out to my assistant who is doing all the editing. I haven't asked her permission to use her name yet, so I won't say it yet. But she knows who she is. Thank you so much. Remember today, if nobody told you that they love you, that I do love you. Peace.